All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge and truth and this sincerity. All right, it's the Brother Brazal from the GMS Arizona camp. And I want to come at you with another quick lesson. And this one going into the Brotherhood. I just want to speak briefly on, taking action to connect and build relationships with the Akim, okay, with the brothers that are laboring, okay, that are toiling with you. Make an effort to build a relationship with those brothers while there is still time, while we're still able, because there ain't nothing for us out here in the world. But amongst this brotherhood, we're among like-minded individuals that truly believe in Yahweh Shemi Haushai in sincerity, okay? And that's a beautiful thing, and that's something that we can't take for granted. The brothers that have care for you, all right? Brothers that want to see you win, all right? Want to see you endure to the end and are there, okay, to support you in that fight. Each and every brother, man, we're a body, and you're not alone, and brothers need to remember that we're not alone in this fight. There are times where you're going through things and you rather keep things to yourself, and there's times where that's appropriate, but there are other times where, you can, lean on a brother, okay, to help you through it. There are times where somebody might be going through something and you have no idea. And just the fact that you gave that brother a phone call, well, y'all didn't even discuss his issue, but you gave him a phone call, that'll lift up his spirit, because that's what happened to me. And that's why I'm making this video. Okay. I had a brother from the camp. There's brothers in the camp you talk to more than others. But, I had a brother in the camp give me a call that I wasn't expecting. And I had one of the best conversations that I ever had, with any of the Akim in the camp. You see? And that just sparked the relationship. And, it's going to continue. And I've been thinking about that brother. I'm like, why weren't we talking this whole time, And that's why I'm putting out this video, because time is of the essence. All right. We're very close to the end. And that's why I'm going to start with 2nd Ezra 16. And I'll start at 26. It says, the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. Because, this is, going into Ezra's visions of seeing the destruction coming to America, Babylon the Great. All right. Where the cities are wasted. All right. They're cast down because that nuclear destruction is hitting. And the land is going to be desolate. Okay. Because the Lord getting ready to put 2/3 of the nation of Israel and you heathens, okay, over here in America to death through by way of thermonuclear fire. All right. So it says the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? Because there's not going to be any men to do the work. All right. It says, for all places shall be desolate of men because of the destruction. Verse 27, so that one man shall desire to see another and hear his voice. And that's the point. We're coming into a time where camp will be the last day of camp, and there'll be no more. You'll show up to camp one, weekend, and that's it. There ain't no more going to the camp and congregating with the brothers, all right? Out on the highways and byways and pushing the word. And then that's when you're going to be thinking about the time that you had that you could have spent with the brothers, because, you'll think upon those brothers, the things that, they would say, the way that they would bring out the word, the way that they could edify, things that, you used to bond with, things that you had in common, whatever the case may be, And you ain't gonna be able to get in contact with those brothers. You ain't gonna be able to see those brothers. All right. And that's why we can't take for granted the opportunity we have now that we can still go in fellowship. We can still go, out to dinner together. We can still, link up and go to somebody's crib and, pour some yayan, and just, dwell among brethren, be in that holy conversation amongst like-minded individuals. Can't take it for granted. We can't take for granted the time that we have to do that. All right. To still build our relationships amongst one another. All right, okay. It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. Esau gonna have shit locked down, man. The martial law is coming. You're not gonna be able to travel freely the way that we can now. And we're already seeing some elements of that Esau is implementing throughout the society. So that day is coming, and that day is coming soon, So the main thing is, if it's on your spirit to talk to a brother, to connect with a brother, there's a brother in your camp, that you ain't really took initiative to build that relationship with, get that brother a call and just do it. And see where it goes, Every brother ain't gonna be best friends. That ain't the point. But just make an attempt, reach out to that brother, try to build that relationship. It's only going to strengthen the bond and the relationship and the unity of the camp as a whole, man, as we all build our individual relationships amongst one another. It says, this is Galatians 6:10. It says, I'm going to start at 9. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. That's why brothers got to remain patient, remain diligent, and keep pushing. Okay. You might have those weak moments, but pray. And like I said, lean upon the brotherhood. That you might have to have your brothers pull you along a little bit, man, while you, re-energize your spirit. It says, verse 10, as we have therefore opportunity, all right, like I mentioned, we still had an opportunity to be amongst our brethren and spend time and make those calls. It says, let us do good unto all men, all right, which is ultimately of the nation of Israel. It says, especially unto them who are of the household of faith, which is the elect, those brethren that are laboring with you, all right, or out on the highways and byways that are part of the body of the servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. So do good. That phone call, that's doing good, man. That's charity. Okay. Spending time, trying to make an effort, because it's one thing, to think upon brothers and pray. It's another thing to actually take action. Okay. And give them a call, or whatever the case may be. And that's what I'm encouraging. And that's what I'm trying to, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. That's what I need to do better with, but that one call from the brother has motivated me to do more of that. Now I'm examining, who could I, build a better relationship with amongst the camp? Who don't I speak with often amongst the camp? Let me reach out to that brother and just say, what's up, man? Just let him know I was thinking about him and checking on him to see how he doing, And I can't see that doing anything but strengthening the bond that we have amongst one another as a whole. I listened to this video because there's men out there that have fell out the camp, that the whole doctrine is, what they push is you got to separate from the camps. Okay, the camps are wickedness, yada yada yada. You got to separate from the camps, and you better off alone in this thing, and that's far from the truth. That's so far from the truth. It's beautiful to dwell among brethren, and it's beautiful to have brothers that you can lean upon. All right, and the scriptures talk about that. Let me see if I can find it. Salakia. So this is Ecclesiastes, 4th chapter. All right. So let me read this. All right. This is Sirach, not Sirach, but Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. It says, two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. All right. So what are you doing telling Israel that they better off, separating from the brotherhood and walking alone in this thing? That's how you know this dude got demons on him. I'm speaking about our old camp leader. All right. He got demons on him because his whole doctrine is separate from the camps, get away from them. The camps are wicked. You're better off walking alone in this thing. But what Ecclesiastes tell us? It says two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. All right. And we're laboring together in this thing. It says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe unto him that is alone, destruction to him that is alone. This dude is teaching you, he's going off. He's teaching you to do something that's not according to the scriptures. It says, woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. You see, so at the end of the day, the brotherhood, the men that you have around you, all right, they'll pick you up when you fall, all right? The scriptures talk about how a brother is born for adversity. Okay, so that's what, again, we can't forget that we got these brothers around us, man, that help support us in this walk. We all fighting a good fight of faith, all right? And we all are indeed in a fight, and we can feel it. And from time to time, you may need to lean upon your brother, okay, to help you endure it. All right. First and foremost, we know we pray and we turn to the comforter, which is the scriptures. But you got the brethren too. All right. We got all these tools around us, man, that help us in this walk. But take action, moving forward while there's still opportunity. When you feel, if you don't feel like you got a relationship with a brother, man, call him, start it, build that relationship. Just keep trying to improve on the communication. Don't feel like you're walking in this thing alone. You don't have to keep everything to yourself. You got brothers, okay, that can help pick you up, man, when you're down, and utilize it. All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Till next time, say shalom.